Now that the icy weather has passed, it is a good time for drivers to pay extra attention to their vehicles because there could be some impacts you don't want to overlook. AAA spokesperson Daniel Armbruster is here with more on that. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, thanks, Thomas.
Yeah, and I think we would all like to put the ice behind us, but there are some things to check. Let's start with washing your vehicle. Why is that important to do right now?
Yeah, you should always regularly wash your vehicle, but after a winter storm, a lot of times our roads are treated, and some of the chemicals that are used to treat the road, which are great for de-icing the roadways, if they stay on the undercarriage of your car, when you're driving over that, it kind of splashes up into your undercarriage. And if it stays there for a while, it can cause corrosion on really important parts of your vehicle, like your brake lines and things that you really need. So it's important after a winter storm passes, or if roadways are treated even for a winter storm and we don't see any ice, to go and get that washed and make sure that they focus on your undercarriage.
Let's move to the tires. What do we need to look for there?
Well, good tires and well-maintained tires are essential for road travel at all times, but especially when roadways are wet or if they're slippery from winter weather, you're going to need good traction and to be able to control your vehicle. And so part of that is having healthy tires, making sure that you have the right amount of air pressure in your tire, making sure that the traction is at least 4/32 of an inch. To measure that, you can actually take a quarter, turn it upside down in the traction and go in between. If you can see the top of Washington's head, it's time to get new tires.
A good hint there. And I heard of some people having trouble starting their cars because of their batteries. So what's going on there?
Yeah, here in North Texas, we see extreme temperatures on both ends. Whether it's summer heat or winter weather, both can cause the life of our battery to shorten. So what happens is during the winter, when it gets really cold outside, even if there's not precipitation, if it's just cold and below or close to freezing, what happens is the oil in our engines starts to thicken up. Well, then it's much harder for those parts to start moving, and the battery in our vehicle to turn over the engine and start it has to work a lot harder. So it takes a fully powered battery to work. Oftentimes during winter weather situations and extreme heat situations, AAA will respond to an increased number of calls for dead batteries or battery service.
And we know winter is not over, so if people were caught off guard this time, what are some things you recommend having in your vehicle for the winter months to come?
Well, you should always have an emergency roadside kit any time of year that you're especially if you're going on a long road trip or even if you're just out and about. But during the winter, you want to add a few things to that emergency kit. So normally you would have a first aid kit, tool supplies, things of that nature. But during the winter months, if you're stranded waiting for help and you don't have power to your vehicle, you're not going to have heat. And so you want to stay warm. So you're thinking items like blankets, gloves, extra coats and jackets. And don't forget about yourself, your passenger, and your pets. They have to stay warm too. So it's important to think about that if you're going to be out and about, because if you get trapped out in those cold temperatures, that can be very dangerous.
And also that ever-present, ever-important ice scraper. Can't miss that too.
That's right. Yeah, you got to have the ice scraper, snow brush, and there's a proper way to de-ice your window as well. Never throw hot water on your windshield. Believe it or not, people do that. That can cause significant damage to your windshield. And today's windshields are more than just a sheet of glass. They also have parts in them. Some of them have sensors that can be very expensive to replace.
Daniel Armbruster with important information from AAA Texas. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.